Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2019. Thought it would be a great way to start off the year by doing an adventure ride in the Jackson State Forest.
It's New Year. Let the adventure begin.
Happy New Year, Miss Cool.
Thanks. Bring it in the new year.
So, I've had this route in mind for a long time. I haven't been able to actually complete it yet because I haven't figured out a way to make this loop work. So today, for New Year's, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to give it a try. So the ride will begin in a little town just north of Mendocino called Casper. Casper is just south of a bigger town called Fort Bragg. So the plan is we'll start in Casper and we're going to ride up to Fort Bragg, where we will get onto a road called the Fort Bragg Sherwood Road. Now, I've ridden this road before. It's a paved road and it heads east up into the hills into the Jackson State Forest. Okay, so this is East Oak, and I'm pretty sure this becomes the Sherwood, was it Fort Bragg Sherwood Road?
Yes.
Yeah, so East Oak in the downtown area.
Wow, well, it's a bikeway. That's good.
All right, well, we're on the very first climb of the day. This is the Fort Bragg Sherwood Road climb. However, where it gets to the end is where this ride becomes a little difficult for me to... So one of the challenges that I've faced, especially road cycling in Mendocino County, is the ability to create a closed loop so that I don't have to do an out and back and retrace my steps.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure, but I think we're supposed to take this really sharp right.
Yeah.
Right here.
According to the map we were looking at.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let's just check our GPS real quick to see.
Do that. Oh my gosh. It's amazing
This
how...
is incredible. Look at this.
Amazing.
Shh, just listen how quiet it is.
Yeah, okay.
Pavement ends, it turns into fire roads in the Jackson Forest. So with a little luck, we'll pick the correct fire road that will take us over to the highway that divides the Jackson Forest, which is Highway 20. What we need to do is we need to cross the highway in order to get to the south side of the Jackson State Forest to complete the ride and end up back in the town of Mendocino. So the idea is to try to avoid riding on the highway as much as possible. If that's possible, we're not sure. But since it's New Year's Day, we're hoping that even if we do ride on the highway, there won't be a whole lot of traffic. So that's what we're doing today. Let me go find Miss Cools, and I will see you out on the road. What you doing, Miss Cools?
Tilting my saddle a little bit down. Nose down.
Oh, okay. Dog paradise here. We are having a bit of a difficulty navigating now that we're in the forest, and cell reception and GPS and stuff isn't that great, but I think we're gonna be okay. So far this road's really nice.
Can I take this stick off my wheel?
Got a stick in your wheel? Yeah! Oh my God. Well, I think it's safe to say we're not alone.
No.
It was so quiet.
It was. I thought we were gonna...
Like, it's like no one out here, it's just us. So quiet. Well, I'm gonna say this is definitely a gravel cycling paradise. If you're into gravel, wouldn't you say this is probably one of the perfect places for it? There's gravel roads everywhere.
Yes, you basically can just follow them forever through the forest, and the conditions are Really nice.
Really nice, and there's all these roads off of all this, so it's like, man, I could spend a long time exploring up here.
Oh my gosh, you could. There's no end.
I mean, look, here's for one example. There's one right here. Where does that go?
Yeah.
Forest Road up there. So we could just, you know, follow this river. Look at the little walking bridge.
Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh.
So the main highways that run north to south through Mendocino are Highway 1, which is out on the coast, and Highway 101, which is inland. And between these highways, there are several cross-connector highways. You have Highway 128, Highway 20, and a few others. The challenge, though, is that these cross-connecting highways often have a very narrow shoulder, so they're not the ideal road to ride on. You were talking about on a previous video how you wanted to do more off-the-road type rides. So this is a good way to get started.
That's exactly.
Is this the kind of riding you were talking about?
It is, actually. This is exactly what I was talking about. Finding quiet roads to ride on, exploring more.
Was that part of the motivation for this bike, having the big 26-inch 2.3 tires on it?
Yeah, it was.
To be able to come out and do it. And I mean, how's it feeling right now on these roads?
Oh, comfortable.
Would this be kind of like the ideal scenario for that bike?
I think it
A road like this?
I'm pretty sure this is it right here.
This is ideal.
Yeah.
What pressure do you think you have there in the tires today?
Well, my guess would be 20 in the front and a little overinflated in the back.
Is
I
it?
think it's probably like 30 in the back.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So is this a nice way to spend New Year's Day, Miss Coles?
I'd say it's a very nice way to spend New Year's Day.
Oh wow, we're at the state prison facility here.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
What?
No admittance. Whoa. Well, we just ended up at the state prison.
State prison facility. What? Whoa. I'm gonna find that little spot of
We're not allowed to bring cameras. Okay. I don't know, do we go straight or do we make a right here?
I don't know.
I think we go straight. Should we go ask a correctional officer? Sir?
Oh my god.
Okay, let's look at the map. All right.
Sir, I think we took a wrong turn in life somewhere. Can you set us back on the right track? Okay.
Yes, we have to cross the creek and then we're at Highway 20.
Oh, wow.
Ready? So we're gonna cross that bridge. Well, looks like this paved road will lead us up to Highway 20.
Really?
Yeah, and now I'm trying to figure out. So basically, it looks like we're gonna connect to 20.
Wow.
Amazing, huh?
So success then.
Yeah, success.
Wow.
The thing is, how long are we gonna have to ride on 20 before we find a nice fire road on the other side?
Okay. My guess is like barely at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's Highway 20. How far down?
Or up.
Well, no, we've got to go this way. We definitely got to go that way.
Okay.
But the question is, how far do we need to go?
Got it.
So let's pull up in the map and see what we can find. Why don't you pull up in your map?
Okay.
We're looking for Little Lake Road. So it looks like that's probably it right there. Yeah.
You already found it?
Well, I don't know how far that is.
Okay.
It looks like it could be quite a ways.
Okay, let me pull up my map.
Check out, pull up in your map too. I'm gonna pull up in let's pull up in Google Maps too.
Google.
It's gonna be a lot of trucks, but it looks like it's downhill. So, well, we're gonna try this fire road here. We're not really sure where this goes, but we're gonna try this fire road. We just got off of 20. We were only on it for maybe a quarter of a mile, and then we saw this yellow gate. So we're gonna head down this fire road over here, and hopefully it'll bring us back to Lower Lake Road. Are you up for this challenge?
I'm up for it.
Okay, because if so, then that means we limited our highway time to about a quarter of a mile.
Oh my gosh.
And that would be perfect.
Yes. Perfect. Well, there he goes into the forest. Oh. Wow.
Well, this must go somewhere then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was until now.
Okay. Yes, Miss Coles.
Whoa, look at the branches. Oh my gosh, look at it in there. Whoa.
That was it. We found it.
Oh, wow.
We made it.
Nice.
We connected.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Bravo, bravo.
We did one false. We took one false route trying to see if we could cut off some of the highway. But actually, once you got to the top of the little climb on the highway, yeah, the highway wasn't bad.
Yeah.
The shoulder opened up, and then just after that, we found the turn here to 408.
408.
So here we are, back on nice, quiet fire roads.
Wow, we were flying on that gravel road, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
Forgot what it felt like. Let's go fast. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, we've been going so slow on all these single track and gravel roads for the most part. But we're now on pavement. So are you gonna time trial it all the way back? So Little Lake Road is a gravel road, and it'll take you right back down to the town of Mendocino. But from that road, you can also branch off of it and do even more riding if you are interested. We ended up doing some single track. We did the Forest History Trail loop, which is really one of my favorite single track trails to this. It's mind-blowing how cool it is. It's not old like Europe, but for our standards, something a couple hundred years old is considered historic in the United States. So Mendocino has sort of a historic downtown, and there's a few coffee shops and restaurants there. The cafe we went to was called Moody's, and we hung out there for a little bit, and then we just worked our way back up north to Casper. We did have to go back on Highway 1, which is not ideal, but it was a short section. Do you agree with this sticker?
Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh, I am a cyclist, and people say that cyclists love to suffer, so I don't know.
We were able to get off the highway on a road called Point Cabrillo Drive. So we were only on the highway for less than 2 miles from the town of Mendocino, and then got off at Point Cabrillo Drive and took that back to Casper. So, last thing I will say about this entire trip was how awesome the Casper Cove RV park is. This place, this Casper Beach RV park and campground is super cool. I have a camper van, so for me, I look for the smallest spot that I can fit in. I usually go for the cheaper sites, and these surprised me. They were really well cared for. The bathrooms were super clean, and the showers were nice. They are coin-operated showers, but it was a fair price. I think 4 quarters for like 5 or 6 minutes, and it was really warm water right away. It wasn't like you waited 3 minutes for the water to heat up and then by the time the water is warm, you only have a minute left. They were warm as soon as you put the quarters in. The campsites were clean. They used bark in the areas where you were next to camper areas where you were in the shade all day. They put bark down in all of the sites so you weren't walking around in mud. And it's convenient. Above all, it's convenient. There was a general store there that pretty much had everything. We had electrical outlets and water at our site, so we were able to keep my electric heater going at night when it got really cold. And the store had a lot of things, so if you needed any kind of like camping stuff or food, a little bit of food, basically everything you could need in a pinch. But if there was something they didn't have, you had Fort Bragg. The city of Fort Bragg was like 4 miles up, and then if you wanted more of the tourist feel, you could go back to Mendocino, which was like 3 miles. There's also, for camping in the area, there is also Russian Gulch Campground. It's a state campground. I've stayed there before. It's pretty nice. It's not as nice as Casper Cove, but it's a state park. The prices are a little more affordable, but they don't have a whole lot of sites, so I'm sure it fills up quick in the summertime. It's probably full every night in the summertime. And I don't remember if they had showers there or not. This is not perfect lighting, but we'll work with it. All right, so are you ready for? Well, first of all, what are the stats of the ride?
I'm so curious.
Do you have a guess?
Oh, yes, I would say 40 miles, 3,500 feet of climbing.
40 miles, 3,500 feet of climbing. My guess. Well, I already looked, so I can't guess.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So the official New Year's Day ride is 45 miles, 4,800 feet of climbing.
Okay.
It was, for the most part, mostly gravel roads.
Thank you hats off to you, because you really...
My hat is off.
Oh, I mean,
oh,
my
that was
hat's
kind
off.
of, that was so kind of.
My hat's off to you. My hat's off to you, even though my hat's not off.
Yeah.
Hat's still, figuratively, hats off to you for coming up with that great route.
Yeah, I thought it was fun, and thank you very much. I appreciate you appreciating that, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again. I'm looking forward to coming back up, digging a little deeper in, finding some more roads off of some of those roads we saw today. That's my New Year's resolution.
Okay, that's one of your many cycling.
Branching out. Yeah, my resolution for the New Year is to branch out and explore more roads and enjoy my new bike that I'm going to be putting together here really soon. Fit Cycles. It's coming along, and hopefully I'll be on it very, very soon. And that's going to change all of 2019, because I'm going to be a faster, lighter cyclist with that bike.
You sure are, which is good for you, but for someone that's always trying to keep up with you, it's going to be a challenge.
All right, well, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for, oh yeah.